Our epic 9,000 kilometers South America road trip starts here, the seaside town of Iquique in northern Chile. We crisscross the border of Chile and Argentina all the way to the southern tip of the continent. We meet up with our group for a pisco sour and a welcome dinner watching the sun set over the dunes of the Atacama Desert. Then the following morning we collect our 4x4s and take them for a test drive to the ghost town of Humberstone, a former saltpeter mining town and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was a thriving hub during the nitrate boom, which was from the early 1870s to 1959 when the town was finally abandoned. It's now an open-air museum showcasing the history, and visitors can explore the very well-preserved buildings including schools, a theatre, and they even had a swimming pool. Then it's back down the dunes to Iquique for the night, and the following morning we kick off with our daily briefing before heading out of town and starting the journey south, taking the coastal road. This really is a stunning drive, and as you can see, it feels like we have the road to ourselves. There's no mass tourism here. We have to navigate a sleepy and remote customs post, and then it's not long before we stop for lunch, and then we leave the coast heading east into the mountains. When we heard there was an ice cream shop at the four-way intersection, we had to stop. Who can resist ice cream in the Atacama? Someone even had two. Near the town of Calama, we pass the largest open-pit copper mine in the world, which has been in operation since 1915. Then we pass large wind and solar farms before we start to see the moon-like landscapes on the way to the small, relaxed village of San Pedro de Atacama. This village is made of clay and is 80% car-free with lots of one-way streets. There's a lot to see here, so we stay for 2 full days for optional activities. A visit to the Moon Valley is a must. Salt flats with pink flamingos at sunset is another popular option. There's always a soak in the thermal hot springs. Or just roam the streets, which always seem to have something going on. Then it's time to cross the border into Argentina, passing our first volcano, and depending on the day it could look like this. Or it could look like this. Either way, we'll make it to the border, refuel, and then say goodbye to the tar as we join the famous Ruta 40, travelling through tiny villages that you think a tumbleweed will blow by, and it would be rare to see another vehicle along this route. What you will see are the changing colours and rock formations, and probably a llama or two, of course. A viaduct that is part of the Train of the Clouds appears on the horizons. This is a scenic railway journey that climbs high into the Andes Mountains. Finally, we arrive in one of the highest elevation towns in Argentina, San Antonio de los Cobres, at 3,775 meters.